Hey guys, Kingkade here and welcome back to another video. And in this video we are going to be seeing how far we can get with the brand new F1 car on Dusty Trip. Let's get right into this. So in one of my previous videos we went ahead and spent tons of Robux to go ahead and spin this wheel right here and unlock the F1 car. So let's go ahead and equip it and see how far we can get. In my previous video we only got to like 10,000 meters, but in this one we're going to be seeing what is the farthest possible distance. We're now in the game and we don't even need to open up that door because there is nothing over there that we need. So let's go ahead and run back here, and dang, there's a giant mountain right here. But anyway, we're gonna be using this car right here, the brand new F1 car. Also, I tested this car a little bit and it's actually extremely easy to flip over, which is quite bad. Also, by the way, they did actually go ahead and add a radiator for it. That was my main complaint in my previous video, but now there is actually a radiator, so it shouldn't overheat. We now went ahead and fueled up, so let's go ahead and close that and then toss this down. We won't put that thing on because that just makes it a lot more difficult. But anyway, let's sit down and let's go ahead and start driving. So here we go. So this car is actually quite fast, even though that doesn't say it's going very fast on this little thing right here. It is actually going very fast, which I actually think they fixed it, so it actually shows how fast we're going now. Before it would only show like half of this number and it would look like we're going very slow. Also, by the way, this car is very easy to flip over, so we do need to make sure that we do find quite a bit of dynamite, because once this car flips over it's nearly impossible to flip it back over, so we need to make sure we find dynamite just in case. We now made it to 4,000 meters and we found a double garage, so let's go ahead and park our car right here and let's see if it has an upgraded radiator, because that's the main thing we're looking for. Also, this car has no brakes on it, meaning that we can't just pull a lever, so we gotta park it like this so it doesn't roll all the way down the hill. But anyway, let's go ahead and see if there's the upgraded radiator here, and it actually looks like there's not, which kind of stinks. But we will take this dynamite, and rather than attaching it to the car, we're actually gonna put it in our backpack because it is a lot more safe in here, and we already have a previous piece of dynamite, so let's toss it in there and then grab that. So our backpack is just for emergencies though, so that's just if we need it, which we did actually find another piece, so we will take this one as well. And then other than that, there's nothing too good. There is a gun right there, but we don't really need it. But anyway, let's just go ahead and sit back down and let's keep driving and make sure that we do avoid this tornado up here, and we were able to avoid that pretty easily. Also, this car has like the best view out of all the cars. Like, we can see almost everything rather than some of the other cars such as the flame truck where you can barely see anything. But anyway, we made it to 5,000 meters, so let's go ahead and slow down up here. I was gonna hop out to see how much gas we have, but it is at a slant, so if you were to hop out, then our car would just keep rolling and probably roll off the edge. But anyway, let's align our wheels. There we go, pretty easy for that one, and I'm assuming that we should still have quite a bit of gas, so I don't think we'll need gas until the 15,000 meter area, and by that point we'll go ahead and switch over to the V8 engine. We will go ahead and stop at those stores after the 15,000 meter area, and then we'll go ahead and buy some RPGs, so then we can go ahead and pass the 20,000 meters. We now made it to 10,000 meters, so let's go ahead and start slow down. And so far this car is actually pretty good. There are downsides, such as if we flip over it's almost impossible to get it back, but we haven't flipped over yet, which is actually pretty surprising. But anyway, let's just go ahead and keep driving. But yeah, we made it over here pretty fast though. Like, it's only been like 3 minutes since we hit the 5,000 meter area, so now we just hit the 10,000 meters. And whoa, okay, I did not expect to die right there. And never mind, maybe this score isn't as good as I thought. But anyway, let's go ahead and use a revive, which I did forget to claim my free revive, so that does kind of stink. But anyway, let's just go ahead and hop in and let's keep going. So I think that we were going this way, and yep, the telephone poles are on the right. So I think we died just because I went ahead and ran that one dude over, so then he was like attached to my car and that allowed him to like laser me. So I think if we didn't like run that dude over and have him like be attached to our car, then I think we would have been fine. But we did die super fast right there, which I was not expecting. But anyway, now that we went ahead and passed the 10,000 meter mark, we now made it to 15,000 meters, so let's go ahead and stop here. And I was actually planning on getting the V8 engine, but I think we'll actually go ahead and stick with this engine, because I went ahead and read the description of this car, and I think that this engine right here pretty much goes the same speed as a V8 engine, meaning that we don't even need this. And also, diesel is a lot more rare than gas, so we'll just go ahead and stick with this because it goes pretty much the same speed. Maybe it could go a little bit faster, but we're going like the perfect speed right now, and if we went faster then it would just be hard to control the car, so we'll just go ahead and stick with this one and then loot up on gas, oil, and water. We're now pretty much all done looting up. I went ahead and fueled up everything, and what I realized is that the radiator is actually still full of water. Our engine actually hasn't overheated at all, but I came over here with this water can over here to actually fill it up, and it's still at 5 liters of water. So I think it's actually glitched and it doesn't use any water, which is actually quite surprising. I will still go ahead and attach like 2 water cans just just in case. But anyway, we will go ahead and take like 2 or 3 of the oil canisters, just so we have oil to fill up our engine once we need it. But anyway, we're all looted up. We have 54.2 liters of gas. So let's go ahead and start driving now. So let's just go ahead and drive all the way to the 20,000 meter mark. And there is actually a UFO, which is quite crazy. This event is actually super rare. Like, it rarely ever happens. But anyway, let's see if we can drive into it. I think it does despawn whenever we go ahead and get too close. So let's get close to it. Let's run underneath. And oh, nothing happened. Usually it does despawn. And no, it did cause us to flip over. And yeah, but it did go ahead and despawn right now. But since we tried to turn around to look at it again, our car did actually flip over, which really stinks because this car is pretty much impossible to flip over without dynamite. Luckily, we do have dynamite, but I wasn't really looking forward to having to use it. But anyway, we went ahead and took off everything on this side. So let's see if we can push it over. I don't think we can. And yeah, there's no way we're pushing it over. We can't touch this right here. It won't let us. So yeah, let's just go ahead and take off everything, even the engine and stuff, so it doesn't blow away. And then we'll just go ahead and use some of our dynamite to go ahead and blow it up. And hopefully that fixes it. Now I went ahead and removed pretty much everything. I'm not going to take this stuff out because it's actually kind of like glitched in there. So it shouldn't blow away. So let's go ahead and grab this dynamite. Let's go ahead and turn on the fuse. And then let's place it like right there. And let's back up. And hopefully it lands correctly. If it doesn't land correctly, and no. Okay, that kind of stunk. But we do have 2 more in our backpack. So hopefully these ones work. And we will stay kind of close this time, just in case we need to go ahead and push it over. So let's go ahead and wait for it to blow up. And there we go. And no, it just did a 360. Anyway, we have one more attempt. Let's make sure we do grab this, or else this will blow away. And here we go, last attempt. Let's go ahead and light it up, place it right there. And now let's stay close, just in case if we need to push it over. So there we go. And let's go. Awesome. So that did actually work. We were actually very close to losing our car right there, because if that didn't work, we would just have to hope that there's dynamite in that building over there. But if there wasn't, then we would pretty much be done for. But anyway, we have all of our stuff back. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave the canisters over there, because we'll just go ahead and grab some new ones at the 20,000 meter mark. So anyway, we're just gonna go ahead and keep driving. We are gonna stop at like 1 or 2 buildings, so we can go ahead and buy an RPG, so then we can kill the people at the 20,000 meter mark. But other than that, we're just gonna drive all the way to 20,000 meters without stopping. We now made it to 20,000 meters, so let's go ahead and stop our car right here, and let's hop out, make sure it's not gonna roll. And all right, so let's grab the RPG. We do only have 3 shots, so I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to kill all of them, but hopefully we can kill them without dying. So actually, what I'm gonna try to do is I'm actually gonna shoot my RPG and see how far it reaches. And all right, I don't think that killed any of them, not gonna lie. So now we're just stuck with 2 shots. Also, by the way, reloading the RPG takes ages for some reason. But anyway, they're starting to chase us. So there we go. We got some of them. Let's go shoot the RPG. And all right, we killed quite a bit. Not all of them. And oh my gosh, they actually do so much damage though. And actually, we didn't kill too much. And then there's a lot more over here. Well, anyway, we will go ahead and revive though. And now once we revive, they should all despawn. Because for some reason, if you die and then use revive, they do despawn. And there we go. All right, it did take a second. But anyway, let's go ahead and hop back in our car and let's go ahead and drive up there. And we'll go ahead and load up on all of this stuff. There should be more gas. So we'll go ahead and top off our tank. And then we'll also grab some new oil canisters as well. So let's go ahead and stop right here, hop out, and then we'll load up. We'll also look at this stuff, see if there's anything good, which there is more dynamite. Anytime we see dynamite now, we'll just go ahead and put it in our backpack, because we will probably need it later on, because we're probably gonna end up flipping the car over once again. We did actually find the upgraded radiator right here, but I don't think we're gonna use it, because let's go and check our radiator. And yeah, we still haven't used any water. We will go ahead and attach it just in case, because maybe we'll somehow lose our radiator. So we'll go ahead and attach it, but we haven't used any water yet, so I doubt that we'll even need this. But anyway, we went ahead and filled up our car to the max, and we went ahead and attached some oil canisters. So let's go ahead and hop into our car now, and now let's just go ahead and keep driving and see how far we make it. So I did accidentally flip over the car once again, so let's go ahead and crack open our backpack, and we do currently have 2 sticks of dynamite. So hopefully this is enough to go ahead and flip it over. So let's place one down, and I think I actually messed up, because I think that telephone pole is gonna go ahead and stop it. It didn't really stop it, but it didn't really help it either. So I think what we'll do is we'll try placing one on this side, and if not, then hopefully there's another piece of dynamite in that building. So let's go ahead and activate it, place it down, stand back, and hopefully it flips it over. And no, all right, it didn't. Let's see if we can push it over from here. I'm assuming we can, but we might as well try. And yeah, there's no way we're pushing that over. Anyway, let's go ahead and run over to this building, and let's hope there's some dynamite in there. And there's absolutely nothing in here, which does kind of stink. I think I did see a few things behind the building, so yeah, a few things right here, but other than that, there's nothing here. No other buildings in sight. And I just remembered that the F1 car actually doesn't have a radio, so there's no radio on it, meaning that we can't call in any supply drops. which does really stink because I was gonna go ahead and call in some supply drops to hope that we get another piece of dynamite, but there is actually no radio on this car, so we actually can do that anyway. So it looks like we only made it to 26,000 meters with this car, which is actually very surprising. I thought we were gonna make it way farther. With this car, it's literally impossible to go ahead and flip it over, mostly because of like the wheels, because just by looking at it you can kind of tell that there's no way to flip it over. But anyway, it looks like we only made it to 26,000 meters, which is very sad. If y'all want me to do this challenge again and try bringing like 20 sticks of dynamite with, so then we can get even farther, then let me know. But anyway, that is gonna be all for this video though, so make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, and I'll see you all in the next video.